Alright, here we've got my new Safetran mechanical bell that I, well, quote unquote new, it's obviously used, but I got from a person down in Florida who happened to be friends with a CSX signal maintainer who had removed it from a crossing and gave it to him a while back, and he didn't want it anymore, and I wound up buying it from him. But anyways, we also have my RACO bell here from Pratt Avenue for comparison. But anyways, right here's the Safetran mechanical bell. And as you can see, this is a later one with a cast-on 5-inch base. It's a bit dirty as well, but it's actually in good shape. It works. Right here's the gong. Here's the rain shield, which, as you can see, this one has a... I'll be doing another video, by the way, for comparisons to the RACO bell. As you can see up here, it's got a model number of some kind, AL214MMF. Then over here, you've got the back side of the bell where you can see it says Safetran Systems Corporation, Louisville, Kentucky. And, but no, I am going to compare the two real fast. Just kind of show some slight generational differences between the two. And for example, like I mentioned up here, you got the model, what appears to be a model number for the rain shield. This one lacks that. The doors appear to be about the same thickness, excluding that. But it appears that, interestingly enough, it appears that the spot that it would latch into there is thinner on the RACO than it is on the Safetran, so it makes me wonder if they had some slight issues with that breaking off on like the RACOs and Griswolds or something, or they felt that, or they were afraid it might develop that issue, so they thickened it to give it more stability. And of course, like I mentioned, the base, this one has cast on 5-inch base, so the 4-inch ones were also cast on, whereas this one doesn't. You can see it's got a slight stair step to it, and it also has a bolt on the front side of the bell, which Safetran bells lack. This is a slightly later Safetran bell, but older ones would have a cast on 4-inch base. I think it was pretty much the same design, but I think it might have also had a cast on bell. Not cast on base, I mean it might have had one of those bolts on the front. I'd have to take a look at my pictures of some of the older Safetran bells I've seen. And as some people have mentioned before, the Safetran, compared to the RACO bell, the Safetran bells actually sit slightly forwards on their base. So, well, slightly backwards on their base. Whereas the RACO, it's a bit more straight up and down. And also for those curious, this is actually my new Canon HD, not my Canon, I mean my new Sony HDR CX405 camera I'm recording this with. But going over here, I'm just going to get both these bells turned. I'm going to set this down on my tripod here real fast and get both the bells turned around and open the two. So I might speed this part up a bit, but yeah, it's not too much. Let's see, here's the first. This you have to open all the way, kind of like Western Column Hayes one. And then we just remove that. See, there we go. And I'm gonna open the RACO later, but first I'm just gonna show you around the inside of the Safetran. And as you can see, I'm gonna start with the door. You got the labels back here for. You got the bell information back here. You can see right here it says DC loud tone bell, DC loud tones. This is technically a quote unquote loud tone Safetran mechanical bell, which means it's got a, I guess it means it has a louder gong on it. There's a slight difference between the sounds of the two gongs. Let me, where did I set the, oh, there it is. So if I were to just, there's the RACO and there's the Safetran. That's just kind of how the two would sound together in a way. because I don't have the cables yet to hook up the second one at the same time. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't want to have to do it that way. The way I'd have to do it anyway, so yeah, order some more cables so I can have multiple bells running off my transformer at the same time. I can see bell DC loud tone, and then you can see how it's supposed to be wired in. Then over here you got the maintenance sheet, pretty much the same as the RACO more or less if I recall correctly. And then you got some divots right here where, or I'll explain shortly. I mean, then you got right here which it has 040222 and AL319 and MMF on it again, and this appears to be some kind of plate that'd be inserted into the mold to cast that in place, which I think these would be for. I almost wonder, I mean, if anyone else has any Safetran bells, just take a look at them, because I almost wonder if Safetran had their stuff cast from 2 different facilities in the, or at least multiple facilities, and then other facilities could use that one or wherever. But yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing that. Then you got the inside of the bell here, which with some stuff it looks like I need to clean out up there, but next to the bell contact, but it ain't harming anything yet. Then you got the Electromagnet, of course. This thing actually was bent, so it wasn't working right. They would actually, whenever it tried to pull the hammer towards it, they would block this piece here was bent outwards and just block it from doing so it wasn't running. Then you got the terminal block, which has 3 terminals on it. And then you got the bottom of the bell there with something to try to keep, I guess try to keep animals out, but I'm not sure if it worked. I think I may have seen some ruin droppings just on inside of it, like that thing that I just flicked out. I don't know, it's just small brown pellets, which sounds like ruin droppings to me. And now opening up the RACO bell, you can see there's differences between the two already, such as with the doors. And just pulling this back, you can see it'd be about the same spot as those 2 divots are, but there is nothing like that on the RACO bell, from what I can observe. And of course, it's also got a fancier drawing. Actually it looks like they may have taken the drawing from that, used it there. May have swapped the 2 a bit. 2 drawings. I mean, that one's got a bit more of a concise drawing in it. And then you got the Electromagnet and the... I mean, this is mostly the same. I mean, you can see the RACO logo where it actually says Safetran Systems Corp underneath it. That is not present on the inside of a Safetran bell. And the terminal block only has 2 terminals as well as a smaller hole underneath, whereas this one has 3 terminals and a pair of much larger holes underneath it. Now, it might actually be for structural integrity now I think about it. But yeah, not entirely sure where the Safetran bell was installed. I think it came from the CSX P&A subdivision, as I mentioned earlier, as the person who I bought from lives along there. It might have come from, because it's like Clearwater, Florida, I think it is, or Clearview, Florida, which I want to say is on the P&A subdivision. It might be a Tallahassee subdivision, I don't know. Anyway, it's certainly most likely from the Seaboard system, possibly the Seaboard coastline. But yeah, just kind of a look at the 2 bells, comparing my new Safetran mechanical bell, and also comparing it with my RACO bell, because there's just some slight differences on the inside between the 2, though they're otherwise mechanically the same for the most part. So yeah, that's my new Safetran mechanical bell, and also in comparison to my RACO mechanical bell. Over and out.